Good morning, everybody. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations. And I just wanted to come on and just do a quick little update of what I've gotten up to since yesterday morning. We did a prompt game on fabric, which is this. And I went ahead and I pinned some batting to the back, and I have started stitching. And this is why I'm stitching only through the focal fabric, the main fabric, and the batting is so all of this is hidden between the quilted layers. So once I get all of the embroidery done, then I will come back and put the backing fabric and do some quilting to hold it in place, and then we'll make a bag. But I did want to share, this is kind of where we left it yesterday. And then yesterday I started stitching, and I kind of work on one group at a time. Hang on, I gotta do something here because that autofocus is driving me mad. So I know it bothers a lot of other people. And I'll hold this up so you can see it a little better. So I take a group of the fabrics, and I took the purple piece off and just pinned it off to the side, and I did all the purple stitches, and then I set this back in place, and I did my orange stitches across it. So I end up with that. And then down here, I have 3 layers. So I stitched the purple lines through the lace and the orange through this purple piece, and then I laid my little floral piece in the middle, and then I just took this and I went around it and marked it with this water soluble marker, and then I stitched over it, and then I just came back and just came and did a spiral by eye into the middle. And then I'm working on this one right now, and that's what I'll do is I'm going to just keep working my way around until I get all of my fabrics stitched in place. And then I will do other embroidery. The main reason I want to do all of these down first is so they kind of hold the layers together, and I can get rid of a majority of these pins that are on here. And then I'll come back and I'll do like the meandering fly stitch or something else. I got to thinking I might do a grid on top of where it's painted with this. Maybe do some stitch lines. I don't know. I'm thinking on it, even in my sleep. So that's that stitching project. And I'm still working on my Olive's Bear that I'm doing with Dale at Erndale's. And I just kind of want to show you the pieces I've been stitching on. So I've started working on the back of the bear. If I remember right, these are the bear's back. And I'm doing these little quotes up to stick on the bear as well. And this piece is totally done. This one I'm working on some French knots around the mermaid tail. And I'm going to stitch this piece of lace down here. And then I just have to do the stitching on here, and then I'll have both back pieces done. So those are the back pieces done there. I do have the center of the head done here. And then I've got some random bits. These are pieces that still need stitching. But I pulled these out of my doilies and lace bits. And I do have one more quote. A hug is always the right size. And I had thought about putting it maybe on the back of the bear, like up there. After I do the stitching on the sections, I could gently fold under the edge and stitch this in place. So that's just an idea of where that could go. And then I don't think I have anything else stitched on. I just have this bag I've recycled. It was something I bought something in at the thrift store. So it's got pricing labels on it, but that's okay. So I have French knots to do on the back of the bear. Head's done. So that's where I am on my Olive Bear. So I have 2 stitch actual slow stitching. Hi, Mary. I'm not staying on long. I know you'll be on shortly. I just wanted to do a quick update on my stitching. So that's my olive bear. And then the only other stitching I want to share before I get off here is I'm teaching myself to knit. And the whole reason we started the knitting group was to help everybody have somebody available, that we have different skill levels. And what I've done is the Monday knitting knitting hour is now just called the stitch hour, because not everybody has warmed to knitting, and that's fine. And so I just opened it up. So if you want to come for an hour and just stitch, knitting is a stitching, crochet, tatting, embroidery, whatever you want to come and work on together for an hour. Carlana Brown, hi. Haven't seen you in a while. You're welcome to come and sit with us. And those that want to keep knitting have other people that knit there. And Vicki reminded me yesterday, are you going to do socks? Well, I just want to finish this cowl first. I'm trying to make myself finish each project before I start another. And I'm saying that after I started another one yesterday, as far as stitching goes. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I am working on this cowl right now using this cool yarn. It's Premier Bloom Big and Chunky. It's a self-striping floral print. So as you go, it looks like flowers. And I'll show you how far I am on mine. I've actually managed to get the increase, started the increases. You can see where it's increased. And I don't think that looks too bad on here. Remembering how to pick up that bar on either side of the center stitch. I have to really slow down and sometimes pull the video back up, but that's okay. This actually goes this way. So you work it top down so you can see the little flowers that appear. This is the coolest yarn I think I've ever worked with, because it creates this pattern and you don't have to sew in a ton of blooming tails. And I'm really enjoying it. It took my brain a bit to understand circular needles, but now that I understand how they're used, I really prefer the circular needles over straight needles any day. So I'm thinking if you had long enough circular needles, you could do the whole body of a sweater in the round. And then you just have to add the sleeves off to the side or something. I don't know. I want to look and see if there are patterns available for stitching sweaters in the round. Not that I can wear a sweater very often here in South Carolina, because it never gets that cold. But if we ever move slightly north, I might need to know how to make a sweater. And that's all I have for you guys this morning. Mary, are you coming on in a bit? I'll let Mary answer, and then I'm going to get gone. I just wanted to do this stitching update and kind of show everybody what I'm doing as far as my piece that we started yesterday. So I'm going to just kind of work a little bit on each one of these. This has a 2-row repeat. So as I complete the 2 rows, I give it a hashtag, because I have to do 15 repeats. So I've already done 5. So I'm going to start another 5 here. So this will be a good bit longer. I'm probably going to need both of these skeins to finish this cowl. 6 Central. Okay, so you'll be live about 35 minutes or so from now. So if you guys want to watch for Mary, she'll be on in about 35 minutes. And I'm going to go get me some breakfast, because I didn't want breakfast when I was making Scott's breakfast. In fact, cooking his breakfast was making me a bit nauseous. It's the medicine that we're taking. It's one reason we don't overeat. So I'll see y'all at Mary's in a bit. All right. Happy stitching.